Arrested last week has resigned. A sex offender was arrested in San Angelo, and the Concho Valley Electric Co-Op is sending crews to help with restoring power after Hurricane Beryl. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, here's a word from Mammoth Roofing.
Hi, I'm Trisha Lira, third-generation roofer and owner of Mammoth Roofing Services. I love what I do, and what I do is build the world's best roofs. Need financing? I got you. 12 months, 0 interest. I'm Trisha Lira. I want to be your roofer for life.
Starting things off, Detective James Hernandez, formerly with the San Angelo Police Department, has resigned after 17 years with the department. Over the 4th of July holiday, Hernandez, who was off duty at the time, was arrested by the Department of Public Safety for driving while intoxicated. He was booked in the Tom Green County Jail on July 5th and was released later that same day. Information shared said that on Monday, July 8th, Hernandez ended up resigning from the department. The Tom Green County Sheriff's Office arrested 32-year-old Joshua Fulton, a registered sex offender, after they received a request for assistance from the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office in Louisiana. Tom Green County Sheriff's Office quickly obtained a search and arrest warrant for Fulton, and they arrested him this morning on the unit block of 33rd Street for the online solicitation of a minor under the age of 14. Fulton had prior arrest for sexual assault of a child and failure to register as a sex offender. There is reason to believe that Fulton may have other victims, and if you feel that your child may be a victim, contact the Tom Green County Sheriff's Office or your local law enforcement agency. Have you downloaded the all-new San Angelo Live mobile app yet? Over 11,000 of you have, and it's the best app in the business. Download today on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Best of all, it's free and keeps you up to date with news in San Angelo and the surrounding area. The Concho Valley Electric Co-Op sent a crew of workers to East Texas to assist with restoring power after Hurricane Beryl. Newt Kitchens, Arian Gutierrez, Adrian Herrera, Raul Rivera, and Levi Scott could be gone for up to a week to help out the coast. They'll be stationed in Kirbyville, about 425 miles away, or 7 hours in Texan, from San Angelo. The Concho Valley Electric Co-op manager Stacy Walters said, "If anybody needs help, we volunteer if we have crews available." It said more than 2 million Texans are without power at the moment after Beryl made landfall. Into weather, it's going to be hot the next couple of days. Right now it's 97 degrees outside with a high of 100, and tonight the low is 71. Thursday, it's going to feel like you can see the future because the high is going to be 100 and the low will be 71 again. On Friday, the high will be 98, and then Friday night the low will be 73. Then on Saturday, we have a high of 95 and a 20% chance of showers in the afternoon, but it looks like those storm chances dissipate quickly to cloudy conditions Saturday night where the low is 73. Then on Sunday, things start to heat back up with a high 98. And then next week, we're right back into the 100s. When we come back, we have Mr. Ramos, Mr. Ramirez, Isaac, and Kira with this Lake View Mariachi. But first, a word from the Bass Bunch.
It's our giant tag sale at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
Just cutting up tags for our giant tag sale.
Right now, during our giant tag hail sale, you can get a brand new 2024 Nissan Versa for just $15,999.
Don't miss our giant tag sale only at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston, Hart, and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
And welcome back, everybody. James Bellini here. We have Lake View's Mariachi. We have Mr. Ramos, Mr. Ramirez, Isaac, and Kiera. First off, guys, how are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. Enjoying the summer vacation.
Mm-hmm. All right. But it hasn't all been vacation for you. Obviously, y'all went to Orlando and participated in Mariachi over there. Let's just talk about it real fast.
Well, we had the opportunity to go to Orlando this at the very beginning of the summer. The first week of summer vacation, we hopped on a bus, went to Midland, and flew to Orlando. From there, we got the opportunity to receive workshops, clinics from Disney's Mariachi Cobra, and they were able to share very valuable tips with the students. So that was great.
What was Kira? What was that like? Getting direction from when you hear Disney, you think, I think everything's Disney's top notch as far as everything that goes into it. What do you think about getting, just workshops from those types of people?
I think their mariachi is really good, and it was really like amazing to get all their knowledge and like how to perform and keep the guests like all entertained and everything, and just getting to learn that and their techniques and everything.
Yeah, but y'all are better than them, right?
We'll get there one day.
Right. And Isaac, what about you? What did you take from the experience?
Really, it was a lot of technical, a lot of musical knowledge that we gained from them being there, and it was a great experience working with them.
All right, and y'all didn't just, y'all had some fun in the parks too, but just talk about just the experiential fast of being there and learning from these guys. Like, that's got to be. Did y'all ever think that y'all would be able to do that? I mean, as far I know y'all put in a ton of work. I mean, I saw y'all out at Manny Diaz's wedding. Y'all were just. I was like, these kids are everywhere. Like, and every time I heard mariachi, I looked around and it was Lake View's Mariachi. I mean, y'all actually put in a ton of work, and I don't think that should be missed on anything. Like, y'all actually put in just a ton of work to make this happen.
Well, I'll be honest, it was a daunting task at the beginning whenever we were discussing it. And we started discussing this probably last year in May, that we're planning to do a big trip with the students. And prior to that, we were going to do a big trip, but we're supposed to go to the same trip that we did this past June during COVID. Whenever the year COVID hit, we had everything planned, and that month was our last payment. And then, of course, COVID happened and everything, canceled. So that same itinerary, I told the students, let's wait a couple of years just to make sure that we can raise the money. And then that's what we ended up doing. Me and Mr. Ramirez were speaking last May, and we were like, hey, can we do it? Do we have the students? We have the students. We have the parent support. I think we're in a good spot with the community. I think they'll support us. And so then we decided, we called that company and said, hey, we're ready to do this trip. And we took it on. I mean, it was a little bit scary just because of how expensive it is to travel. And we took it was a total of about 40 participants that went. And so, that was a lot of, it was scary at first, but I know with the backing of Mr. Ramirez and of the community, I felt like this was the year to do it. And of course, and the backing of San Angelo Live as well. Whenever we had our fundraisers, the promotions that we received from you guys, I mean, it was really great. And I'm glad the community came together to give the students an amazing experience, because many of them that was the first time for them flying, and many of them going out of the state. And so it was a great experience all around.
We are welcome for that, by the way. No,
No, thank you so much. We really do appreciate that.
No, y'all did all. I mean, every time I saw y'all were always on point. It really was. Isaac, let's talk about you. First chair trumpet in the state. Talk about that real fast.
Yes, sir. It was where they announced it during class, and it was really shocking because I wasn't expecting it.
It's quite the flex, though, right?
But when I went over there in San Antonio, it was a great experience. It was amazing to see that there was other musicians at that level, and it was insane to think that I was a part of that, the group. And it was cool.
And how do you take that on? Because you're going into your senior year now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you take that leadership on? I mean, how are you taking it well, or how are you going to distribute maybe the knowledge you learned to your fellow mariachi students?
Yeah, I just shared what I saw was the work that they put in. First day we got there, they knew their music, and that I just kind of want to push that onto the group, to make us better and to make us more like, how do I explain it? More sharp, more of a, like, yeah.
Right now, I understand what you're saying. And Kira, you're one of the leaders there. How do you intend to just help the fellow mariachi along?
I tend to push him. My section, I tend to push him, and I try to encourage him. I'm like, it's gonna be hard, but we got it. And with like our titles and everything for state, and with Isaac, I know we got it. Right. And with the help of Isaac making state, he's helping me push him more.
Well, I mean, it is a collaborative effort. It is everybody coming together and towards one goal. I mean, so what's next for the mariachi here in Lakeview?
Well, we want to keep raising the bar every year. We are happy with the progress the students have made, and we want them to continue to make more progress. We don't want them to get too relaxed. We want to keep pushing them. We want to see more more of our students from West Texas make the All-State Mariachi. And we have Isaac and Kiara and a couple of other student leaders that we encourage them to set the example for all the other students. Okay. That way the other students don't just hear what they're supposed to do, but they also see what they're supposed to do through the leaders. And this upcoming year, we're preparing for another successful year. We're hoping for another successful year, and we will be starting our summer mariachi camp here in a couple of weeks, where the students come in, take part of their summer break to start preparing before even school starts, so that they can be as prepared as possible when school does start.
I thought you were going to say we're preparing to go to the White House or something.
No, hey, we might. That's one thing we've talked about as well with a couple of our big supporters, and there's been 2 years where the group has performed with the White House pianist. Okay. And we're hoping that very soon we will be in Washington representing West Texas, San Angelo, and with the support of the community, that's something that can happen.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. This support. How do people reach out and support Lake View Mariachi?
Well, they can send us a message through our Facebook page called the Lake View Mariachi, and there they can they will get a phone number of a contact that they can reach out to, because we want the students to rest as well, because we push them very hard. We don't typically take performances during the summer. That way they can get some rest and recharge for the upcoming year.
Their families probably want to see their kids again.
Exactly. Sometimes they tell us themselves, Mr. Ramirez, Mr. Ramos, we see you guys more than we see our family. Right. And us too, we see them sometimes more than we see our own families as well. But they can get a number from our Facebook page and reach out and get information about the donations, how to make donations, how to help us perform for events, so that we can get ready for our next trips and competitions that we have coming up.
All right. Well, did I miss anything? Did anything y'all want to bring up specifically that?
No, I think just thank you to the community. Like Mr. Ramirez said, it's been an amazing year. Like anything that, like you mentioned, even the White House or DC, Washington DC, like those things are no longer out of reach for us, we feel, because we know that we have the community behind us, and if we want to do something like that, I know that the students know how hard it is to work and to get it done, but I know they can get it done. Mr. Ramirez and I both know that it can be something that it's attainable. It's nothing that's out of reach. So we're excited because now we know what we can do for the future, and hopefully if we do something like that, I know San Angelo Live will be behind us 100% like you have been, and it's amazing to be able to have that support, because I know there's a lot of other programs that are not in the same situation, that they have to fight even harder. Not saying that we didn't fight, because we did, but they didn't have maybe the backing that we have, and we're very, very grateful for that.
All right, man. We'll be there for you, absolutely.
Thank you.
Y'all sound fantastic every time y'all play, and I see y'all everywhere. Like, you have the students to put in the work, and they're willing to put in the work. So,
yes, sir.
I was thinking White House. That's the highest I could think of.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, we really have been talking about it too.
Yeah, and also the support of our administration. That's a very, very big crucial part of this machine to make it work. We really, really do appreciate the support from the community and the administration.
All right. Yes, sir. Well, thank y'all for coming in today.
Thank you.
All right. Back to you guys.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Concho's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Concho's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Concho stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry, Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Concho's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for watching the Live Daily News Show, the only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley. Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms, and download the San Angelo Live mobile app today to stay up to date with all the news from in and around the Concho Valley. Thanks again, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.